In the heart of eastern Queens, neighborhoods like Holliswood, Belrose Manor, and Oakland Gardens remain disconnected, left behind the transit systems that power the rest of New York City. But what if that changed? What if the F train didn't stop at 179th, pushed further east, unlocking access, boosting reliability, and transforming lives? Welcome back to the third episode of this series. This time, we're diving straight in, minimal recaps, and when they do pop up, I'll keep them brief and tie them directly into what's next. It's been amazing to see this community grow, with people sharing their own ideas and proposals. Today, we're focusing on the F train's extension, how it could reshape the subway configurations, improve service, and bring long overdue connectivity to eastern Queens. Now let's jump in and explore what a bold transit future could look like. Now let's break down what the Hillside Avenue extension was. The full Hillside Avenue project, centered around extending the F train, was proposed around the 1920s to 30s. The New York City subway expansion aimed at pushing service beyond its current endpoint at 179th Street in Jamaica, Queens. The original version was to extend the F from 179th, adding an express station and yard at 178th Street and continuing east to Springfield Boulevard. 188th, 197th, Francis Lewis Boulevard, 212th Street, and Springfield Boulevard. The idea was to bring direct express service to Midtown Manhattan for neighborhoods like Queens Village, Oakland Gardens, Fresh Meadows, Hollis, and Jamaica Estates. There was even talk of pushing the line further to Little Neck Parkway, right near the Nassau County border. But here's why this never happened. The project was shelved due to a mix of historical and political factors. World War II, budget constraints, and Robert Moses, who famously redirected funding towards highways. I'll dive deeper into Moses and his impact in a future episode. Two possible alignments have been suggested. Option A was to continue along Hillside Avenue. Option B was to shift via Braddock and Jamaica Avenue. Personally, I wouldn't want the F train to veer off Hillside Avenue. That kind of curve would slow things down and mess with the line's efficiency. Keeping it straight is key. A Reddit comment I came across really drives the point home. Traffic east of 179th Street is brutal. Hillside Avenue beyond the subway is one of the worst stretches in Queens. It takes nearly 5 bus routes to serve that corridor, and they all funnel into 179th or 169th just to connect the F train. With an extension, you can merge the Q76 and 77 into a single north-south route. Reroute buses like the Q1, Q2, and Q3 and Q36 to terminate at Hillside instead of crawling down it. This isn't just about trains, it's about transforming how people move through Queens. And this problem has been long overdue. But how would I further plan this better? I'd go beyond just extending the F train. I'd bring the M and R trains along with it. These lines would support the proposed local stations, helping balance service and reduce crowding. And if the G train ever gets revived in Queens Boulevard, I'd run an express, since the M, R, and V trains are already handling local service. I've covered this in previous episodes. Too many local trains would overwhelm the Queens Boulevard line. This is also why I brought back the V in my last video, routing it through the Rockaway branch. That frees up the M to extend past Forest Hills and support the F. Now let's start with the M and R. Forest Hills is a controversial terminal. It's one of the main reasons the R train gets criticized for its inconsistent headways. But here's the thing, even past Forest Hills, Queens Boulevard still has both local and express stations. That's why the E skips 75th Avenue and Briarwood during rush hour, a pattern that confused me at first. Now, it's stated many people south of Forest Hills prefer express trains like the E and F, but this could also make some riders think the E and F train run local all the way to Manhattan, which isn't true. Extending the M and R would help clarify service pattern and improve reliability across the board. One major change I'd make is elevate the line instead of keeping underground. Eastern Queens has a notoriously high water table. Flooding is a serious issue. Just look at what happens in Jamaica during heavy rains. An elevated 4-track line would solve this, assuming it could get past community opposition. It's a tough sell, but it's the right move, since elevated lines save much more money than underground. Now here's my proposal. Here are the following 4 local stations.
188th Street, 197th Street, Francis Lewis Boulevard, 213th Street.
The express stop will be
Springfield Boulevard.
Here's the next local stations.
Winchester Avenue, North Cross Island Parkway, Little Neck Parkway, West Hempstead, Floral Park.
After Little Neck Parkway, I'd curve the line south. That street is wide enough to handle a 4-track turn, making it into the perfect spot to pivot into Tulip Avenue. The final station would connect to the LIRR's Floral Park station. The only catch is it's 1 or 2 blocks past the Queens border into Nassau County, Hempstead. But since the MTA owns the LIRR, they could build tail tracks above the station. This means no need for new land acquisition or free real estate. This project in total will sum up to around 10 to 15 billion, which I believe will be a beneficial investment for a crowded corridor such as Hillside Avenue. This kind of extension isn't just about adding stops. It's about rethinking how Queens connects to the rest of the city. It's bold, overdue, and it's possible. Hopefully I've made you rethink into why the F seriously needs to be extended. I believe Hillside Avenue should have been extended years ago. In my next episode, there will be a proposal quite similar. If you want the content, you know what to do.